everybody. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. I put an Instagram post up asking people if they would like to see an updated ASMR video, an updated house tour video before I got into more renovation work, and it was kind of a yes. So rather than kind of dub over it, I think I'm just going to do it with this video, because I've done my Average Angel videos where it's using this, and I think people like the sounds of the camera and just the very kind of unintentional ASMR. So without further ado, I will introduce you to my house again and how we're doing. We'll start with a room that hasn't changed at all. So this is probably going to be the last room to be done in the house. It's the master bathroom. It's very functional, it works. I don't like the carpet. I may just get a little piece of lino and get the carpet replaced. It doesn't smell, but you know, carpet in bathrooms are not great. So the bathroom has not changed and won't be changing for a while. Another room that hasn't changed that much, has changed a little bit, is my office. First thing you may notice in my office is my very beautiful desk. It's huge and I love it. There looks a little bit more space here because I do have my tower under there and my gaming PC. However, there's another PC that's getting fixed and that's all downstairs, but you'll see that. So I don't have my monitor there, but I love it. It's great to have a really big area to do work on. Oh, it's so bright today. I've had to leave the blinds closed in certain rooms. I've got all of my tech there, which is lovely. I can just leave it, get it out when I need it. I posted about those shelves that I put up. I'm wearing my it's actually very creased, my very baggy Teesside uni hoodie. I love it though. So the plans for this room, when we get them done, these will be coming down. This will be moved to that wall. I've actually got a plug socket under there ready for it, so that's going to be moved over there. This is actually going to be moved onto that wall, and the radiator will be left exposed because it just kind of blocks all the heat, and that will remain my filming wall, but I'll have more space because that won't be in the way. So there'll be a lot more space to film, but that's going to remain my filming wall when this room is all done out. But there's nothing really going to happen in this room until these are out, and these can't get out until my closet is done. Another room that hasn't really changed, and that won't be for a while, is my spare bedroom. My spare bedroom is storage and, more than anything, a laundry. With it being winter, I can't hang the clothes out, so this is actually my backdrop stand. So there's three middle parts. I've only got two, and I have this here. I'll show you why. It drops and kind of puts strain on it. This is just a mop handle. If I put it under, it supports it, and I can hang all my wet clothes to dry. I do have a tumble dryer, however tumble dryers are expensive to run, so I only use it for certain things. So yeah, I just hang my wet clothes in here. A feather, I've got so many feathers because I have feather duvets, so these are all over the house. Also, what's all over the house is these. I love these waffle throws. I think I've probably got one in every single room, but they were on offer for like £8, so I bought them up when I could. Again, storage for units that are going to be sold. They're going to be sold when the closet's done because some are in use. Christmas decoration and stuff storage, presents that are ready for people. So nothing really done in this room. Every room has this modern artwork in it. You'll find a lovely hole, and then below it a brand new switch. A couple of holes in the top of the room, a couple in the bottom. That's the one thing that's I can't wait to get changed. There's just holes all over the house. Now this room, not this particular room, but this area is about to be completely changed. Bathroom. Oh boy, I am looking forward to this. The guy was meant to come yesterday, but he couldn't. But I've got all of this planned. I'm just going to see if I've got my book. Oh, there it is. So I've got some stuff. I think this is it actually. No, is it the tall one? Curve 21. No, it's not. Oh, that's it. So this is kind of the toilet I'm going to go for. Or that one. And also the bidet. Also, how expensive are toilets? I never realised. And I looked at some other ones where they were like £500 for a toilet. I mean, that's not. Another thing I've learned is toilets come in 3 pieces. There's the bowl, the cistern and the seat. And not all prices include all 3. This one does include all 3, but yeah, I'm learning how much things cost. So fortunately I can get money off these, so that's not going to be the final price. They can get trade prices on this. So that is the toilet I'm going to be going for. The bidet, yes, I'm going for bidet. A lot of people have asked me why, but I just love them. When I go on holiday to places in Europe, they all have bidets and I love it. So the plan for this room, the light doesn't work. It was fitted in October and the fitting is broke already, so I need a new one. Plan in here. So from that piece there all the way along is going to be my shower. Shower's going to be on that side. And I'm going to have about a 1400 shower thing. Shower tray. There's going to be a sliding door, double door. Originally I was thinking of having just a piece of glass and walk in, but I get cold in the shower if the door's open. So I thought it's going to get chilly in the shower, so it's best just to have a full slidey door. There's obviously going to be space here because the tray is not going to come all the way up to the wall. So the wall is going to be built out a bit and shelves actually put into the shower so that the wall will come out a little bit and the doors will be on the wall. So when I'm having a shower, I can just put things onto the shelves inside the shower rather than having them out on separate units. Radiator is coming out and being moved onto this wall, but it's a new radiator. It's going to be a nice tall one. Next to the radiator we're having a slim tall cabinet, white gloss probably. It's not going to be massive, it's going to be maybe about that big, and I can have all my stuff because not only have I got that stuff to go in, but I've got loads of stuff in there. So I'm losing 2 bits of storage really. The scales are coming out of the shower. You might be wondering why I've got a set of scales in the shower. The reason is I can't actually weigh myself on carpet. When I weigh myself on carpet, because it's so uneven, it doesn't work. So I need a hard surface. So I put them in there. To be honest, they've been downstairs next to the freezer for months. But I thought, well, you'll see why I'm getting that space prepared. So I've had to move them back up here. And I thought I'd weigh myself. So I had to do it in the shower. I haven't spoke to the plumber yet, but we think it's going to go sink, bidet, toilet. Not 100% sure yet, we'll have to figure it out. It could go sink, toilet, bidet, but I think the bidet will go in the middle because it needs a hot and cold water feed to it. But that may change, but I definitely think the sink is staying there. The design of the room, I've got these here. So I've got 3 pieces, but I'm only using 2. So this one, I'm going to try and see if I can capture the colour on camera. I think I can. It's like a browny bronze, like flecks of gold in it. That is going to go on that wall inside the shower, that side and that side. so it's going to be like a feature wall. And the floor, I don't know if you can see, the floor is going to be, there's like a slate grey. This is such a small piece of the tile, you can't really see what it looks like as a whole, but there is like grey running through this. Not necessarily this particular sample piece, but I've picked out a dark slate grey from the tile. They're going to be vinyl tiles though. I did want to keep this green carpet because it's just so beautiful, but I didn't think it would go with my walls. So it's a vinyl tile in slate grey. And then these were the two samples I looked at. This one is just a little bit too orangey yellow. So I decided to stay away from that one, and I've gone with this, which is more of a beige tile. This was actually in, I'll put a picture up if I've still got it. This was on the sample wall in the shop with this, and I loved it as soon as I saw it. I could keep going through to different shops and having a look at sample upon sample upon sample, but personally, I know from my past experience it's best just to go with something I love straight away. Does anyone else do that? Like, you will see something and you love it straight away, but because it's the first thing you've really seen, you think, oh no, there must be more out there, so you go to all the different shops and you try loads of things on, maybe it's a dress or shoes or whatever, and then you end up going back to the first one. Well, that's me all over, and I hate being given too much choice. If you give me too much choice, I could be there for weeks. And this bathroom, like, I had 12 brochures, so it's taken me so long to choose a bathroom. I went into one cladding shop, walked around, I'd say 2/3 of the shop, got to where that cladding was, and I was like, I love it. And I thought, that's it, I love it. I'm not going to go anywhere else. I'm just going to choose this cladding that I love. And then for the next bathroom, then I can choose something different. So that is the design of this room. So I'm hoping to get that done in the next month or two. We've literally got everything chosen out of the brochure. We just need the guy to get the time to do it. This room, my master bedroom. I have my new bed, which I love. I love this bed so much. T-shirt in the middle is there because that is the t-shirt for the puppy we are getting. I don't know if you all follow me on Instagram, but I'm welcoming a puppy. I will be doing a video on her, how we came about her, all that sort of stuff, but I'm preparing an old t-shirt that's got like holes in it and stuff. We sleep with it on a night, and I just leave it on the bed during the day just to get our smell on it, so that we can take it to the lady who has the puppy. We're taking it on Friday, and we'll leave it with the puppy so she gets used to our smell. Then when we take her, we take the t-shirt back and it smells of her litter mates and her mum. The bed, I'll show you why I love this bed. The sun is so bright, I'm not entirely sure how much you can see, but I originally was just going to get the bed and nothing under it, but I opted for an ottoman bed. So the whole bed lifts up, and it is amazing the amount of storage I've got under here. So I can fit spare quilts. It's actually really good acoustics here as well. I can fit spare quilts in there, old curtains, heated blankets for the guest bedroom in case people stop and they get cold, old dresses. That is bedding for this bed, because I had it all stuffed in my drawers. And those two boxes under there are actually summer clothes, so I can just put everything in there, and then when summer comes, switch it out for winter clothes. So this is why I chose this bed. It is amazing. With a bed like this though, you have to make sure you use two hands, so I couldn't just do it one side or the other because it's got separate hydraulics, is that the right word? and if I do this side, then I'm putting pressure on the bits that grip the beds together, so it's got to be 2 hands. It's not that heavy, and it doesn't really mess the bed up either. You know, I just kind of fluff the pillows back up and everything's fine. Another addition to the room is my vanity table. This is actually from my friend who's just bought a house. She said on moving day, do you want this? And I was thinking, oh, it's not really going to go. And then I thought, well, it's going to be a while till I get my official one. So this is my vanity table. And I'll show you what I've done. This is just a bit of UPVC pipe I got from B&Q. And I've got my straighteners in there and my hairdryer. And it's just so I can leave them plugged in all the time. And I've got somewhere for them to live rather than living on the top or in a drawer where I have to keep going in, and it has worked perfectly. Like, this is really good. I actually showed my friend my plan for this. I showed her the pipe and showed her what I was going to do before I could even get this glued onto here. She'd gone out, bought it and done it herself. All I've done it with, as you can see, is No More Nails. Obviously I didn't have these in at the time. I stuck some No More Nails on there, stuck it up and supported it with something. I can't remember what it was, but I'd supported it while it was kind of drying, left it for 48 hours, and it's absolutely solid. On the other side, I've got these little hangers. This is all the costume jewellery I've got left. So I've just got these little hooks there, and I can hang those there. Eventually I will be getting a nice white one, a bigger one, but this will do for now. Bedside tables. I actually got both of them bedside tables for £20 from a charity shop. They need repainted and they need new handles. I don't really like the handles, plus they're falling off. I'm going to sand this and do it in a more natural colour. I'm going to paint these like a grey, but they were a lot better than what I did have originally, which came from the bed next door. This room, I cannot wait to get this room done. I am so excited, and I now have plans for the room thanks to a brilliant viewer of mine who got in touch on Instagram and said, I can design it for you if you want, because I did a post on Instagram about how I was struggling to design the space and didn't know where things were going, and she got in touch and basically said, I'm an architect, interior designer, I can do it for you. And oh my goodness, what a job she's done. And we're looking at a few little tweaks on it. So where we have 3 shelves here, which would be, if I can get there, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to the ceiling, I'm thinking of having them slightly narrower, 1, 2, 3, and then something just a little bit bigger than that comes out to the end of here with a lid, and it's like, you know, squared off, and it's for ties, rolled up belts, watches, that sort of stuff, but it has to have a lid to stop the dust getting in. So this is basically the plan. We're going to have long hanging here, then from that wall along we're going to have 2 sets of short hangs. We're going to have some shelving up the top and then some drawers at the bottom. Another long hanging section there because I need 2 long hangs. I've got quite a few suits, long coats, dresses and things, so I need 2 sections, so I can put like dresses in one, and then the long-term storagey stuff, or the things that don't get worn very often, over here. This radiator is getting removed. There will be doors on here, so this room's going to be on its own basically, and that radiator is far too big for this little room. So I'm getting rid of the radiator, and on this wall I'm getting a nice tall modern radiator, having a little door on it to make it look nice. So once this radiator goes, I've then got all of this wall space. So if we look on the plan, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be like built up boxes, built up storage, and in the top we're going to have little pull out boxes, and then below there is loads of shelving for shoes and sandals and things. I did think about having it lowered slightly, losing one of the shelves and maybe having a seating area, but how much am I really going to sit in here? All I need is a little stool to maybe sit down and put shoes on, so I'm going to buy just a little stool to have in the corner, and I can use that to reach up to things as well. So I'd have to have a stool to reach, and it just seems pointless getting rid of storage space when I could just have it nice and built up, all my stuff stored. Door wise, I think we're having a bit of false wall put here, and then a set of double doors, but very narrow doors, so they're not the same size as normal bedroom doors. They're like halved. They're going to be glass, open outwards, and I'm going to have them frosted glass, so I don't have to look in here at all the clothes, but also it lets the light through. Right, I'm going to open the curtains now. It's just so bright in here. Okay, what's next? I've got things dotted around the house. I'm off out today to post some presents and bits and bobs. So nothing has changed here at all. We are getting a different staircase put in. I don't like that, it's very old. I'm either going to go for a glass staircase, depending on how expensive they are, or just a nice traditional oak spindled one. Planning to knock this out. I'm not sure when, but I would like it as just one. The vestibule isn't big enough to really offer much. It's a very small place. And so when I come in with my shopping, I can't dump it in there because then it takes up all the room. So I have to come in straight away. So what I'm thinking of doing is knocking this out, having it as one, getting a new front door in, which opens inwards, and having a nice big open passage. But we'd have to look at insulation because it gets very cold in there. Again, more holes everywhere. Understairs cupboard. I don't even know if I showed this in the last one. I've had a new fuse board put in. All the rewiring, so again there's holes in here. There's really nothing exciting happening in here. Living room. I don't know if we'd had the fire done last time. I don't think we did. I'll obviously link the original video so you can have a look at that and then come back. This is my new fireplace, if you hadn't already seen it. The fire, there's a few marks on the fireplace, which at first I was really bothered about, but it's a working fire. I mean, it's pitted at the minute. You can see the dirt on the inside. This probably gets like this after about a month of use, and then you have to clean the glass. It needs a good clean out because I've had 3 sets of fires now without cleaning the ash out because it was like a rush job. But yeah, I've got a few little scratches and burn marks where I've opened the door and something's fallen out and burnt the fireplace. That can come off though with a little bit of sand in, but I'm not really bothered because, you know, it's a working fireplace. It's going to get dusty, it's going to get messy. The sides I'm going to paint. I opted for just brick on the back rather than on the sides because you can paint the sides and kind of bring, you know, the rest of your room into the fire. That's Portuguese limestone I went for, and a Parkray log burner. I got my mirror up. Again, if you followed me on Instagram, you'd see that I did it wrong. I put it too low and it really bothered me. And straight away I had to have it moved up. Nothing new in here. Oh, I will point out, all of the windows are new. It's not really something I'm going to show you though, it's just a window. But we've had all of the windows in the house replaced. So the windows upstairs, if you want to whiz back, you'll notice that they are now side openers. Originally it was a top opener but they're side openers. We've had side openers put in both bathrooms and also in the back bedroom. Only new real addition in here is a couple of plants, but these are going to have to go upstairs because the puppy might try and eat them. Nothing else. The couches are getting replaced soon. I'm ordering a new sofa, and I think I'm going to get the sofa delivered in July when some messy work's been done. This is the computer I was talking about. It's in the doctor's shop at the minute getting seen to. And these beauties, these I love. They're my bifolding doors. I will give you a demonstration, of course, but they took a little while to get used to because they're quite dark. And the transoms, we now have 2 transoms rather than the one from the patio door. And so the transoms were thicker to start with, and then we had this section that took like away from the glass, and these are basically integral blinds, so the blinds are inside the glass, which I think is a marvellous idea because it means you don't get them dusty, dirty, you can't knock them, get them tangled, and this is how you operate them. It's just, so if I move this slowly, you can see I tilt the blinds. If I move it, I tilt it all the way down and then push it. It opens the blinds. Again, if I want them half open, I can tilt them. I open them all the way. And I'll do that with the other ones. We still have this curtain up. We are giving this to someone actually, this velvet curtain, but we've just got it up for now while the room's still a bit chilly. But I will now demonstrate how my bifolding doors work. Bearing in mind it's winter. And it's freezing. So I'll be quick to show you this. So the doors just pile up at that side, and the entire back of the dining room is now open to the garden. We are going to be getting decking out here, so you can just walk out onto a little bit of decking eventually. Oh, but I love them. And then to close them again, it's a really nice smooth mechanism. Pull it in. Hold on, I've just got to pull while I tilt the handle. And then just grab the door again. That's just like a little bit of a magnetic connection it's got. And there we go. Absolutely love them, but I'm going to love them more in the summer. Okay, so I will show you. Now I'm going to show you the kitchen. Big plans for the kitchen. This wall will be coming down. These are our new plans. So this entire wall comes down, and a wall is now going up here to separate what will be the kitchen diner from the living room. I didn't want a giant L-shaped room because when I'm in the kitchen, Christian's in here. If he's watching TV and then I'm watching TV here, it'll just be too much like noise and the smells coming through. So what we're doing is basically making a snug. We can have a wall here, but with French doors or sliding doors or something, so that we can still open this room out onto the back. That was a big thing for me. I wanted to be able to see from the front all the way through to the back. So I'm having doors here. We still, even if the wall's here, there's still plenty room in here. I mean, we're getting a massive couch. The couch is pretty much the same size as these two couches now. Making the TV cabinet smaller or maybe mounting it on the wall, but it'll just be a lovely snug living room, because the only time we're in here is on an evening when we're watching a movie or he's playing on his Xbox, and sometimes I'm upstairs. So we don't need a massive living room, dining room. What we do need though is a kitchen diner, because when I've got friends over or something, I might be doing something in the kitchen and then they can sit down. So this is the plan. In here, where do I start? A wall, first of all, a wall is going to go up here. Hence the reason there is a lot of surface work going on, because we've prepped for the wall. So this wall is going to go up and there's going to be a door kind of offset. Please ignore my gross carpet. This was just a piece of random carpet that we put down to keep us warm in here. It's getting rolled up in 2 weeks and chucked out, because obviously we're getting the puppy. That's her travel case. I'm just putting a few things. I'm actually going out shopping today for her. I'm so excited. We don't have a name yet. So yeah, that will be where the puppy crate is going for now, because the new plans will change that. But anyway, this carpet's getting rolled up, so just ignore it. So in here will be a walk-in pantry. So this area and this area are going to be my fridge and freezer, which the doors will open this way. On the back wall, I'm having ceiling to floor shelving, just basic MDF shelving all the way up to here. Then I'm going to have a little unit under there, that's obviously going, and I'm going to have my washing machine in here with, you know, maybe my bread maker and whatever. That's why that's there, so I can plug my washing machine in. I can also have my bread maker on here, or, you know, whatever, my slow cooker. So this whole area is now going to be walled off and just be a huge storage space for everything in the kitchen. This is going to remain the same. However, the sink is now going to come over 1 square. So this will be where the draining board is, and this is where the sink is, which means that this space is now a bench. It really annoys me how these open up and like you pile stuff here and then you can't close it. This is basically my cooking area, my serving food, my bringing dirty dishes back, dishes here. This would be better if it was moved over, because you've still got the window and you've just got more bench area. This is actually going to be a breakfast bar though, and it's going to go out up until where that wall is. So it's going to come out along, and if you imagine in the other room, and then curve round. So that's all going to be breakfast bar, prep area, whatever. The wall is obviously not going to exist, so these aren't going to be here. So this is my area to walk through into the dining room. That door is remaining because I don't want to have to go into the sitting room, through to the dining room and around to get in here. So I'm just leaving that door in. I know there will be a lot of doors. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors in the kitchen, but I'm cool with that. Now here, and this is only why that's temporary, again, floor to ceiling, I'm going to have a built-in oven, and then a hob built in with an extractor fan. I wasn't actually going to go with an extractor fan, but I've decided to get one now anyway, so I'll have an extractor fan there, and that is going to take up that central space. And then obviously we're going to have the wall here. So that's my plans for the kitchen. Oh, let me show you in here, because this has changed quite a bit actually. This door's getting changed next week, hopefully. Getting a new fire door. Oh, there's a wall in the garage. This was my big plans to warm this garage up, and it worked. So we've got a nice little gym area here. We still have loads of stuff. You know, this house is obviously a working house. We're building a lot of stuff, so there's always crap going on. This was what I fitted, this light. Turn the light on. Go through into the outer section. Those lights were actually from the bed that was upstairs. I kept them and just thought they'll be perfect for something. So this is the outer bit now. It's really cold in here. I need to do something about that basically. I do have like a plastic thing to go there, but I haven't done it yet. So out here we've got lots of wood. I do need to chop this up. Got like gardening stuff in there, lawnmowers and whatnot, kindling, and we've got all of our wood for the fire. This is just like pallet wood. This is basically getting us through the winter on free heating. It's amazing. Barbecues and whatnot, and I can leave all of the cold in there. Now there is a bit of a gap under here, and that is the draft, but my mum made me this draft excluder for the kitchen door originally, but I took it in and then no draft. Just turn the light off. It's not as organised as I'd like it. These shelves are not up to my standard, but it's far too cold to spend a serious time in here. So that is my house update. Garden, I'm not going out there, it's too cold. So this is my log store that I built. We haven't got the path down yet. We're doing that next week before the puppy comes. We need one of those flatteners to flatten the earth down and then lay the paving stones back. You can see I've started to put some compost there because there's gaps under the fence, but I'm going to fence this little area off for the puppy anyway. Controlling your pet's areas that they're allowed apparently is a huge thing you're meant to do, so I'm going to give her a little bit of the garden to wee and poo in, and then after we've weed and poo then we can play in the rest. So yeah, not much happening in the garden, just pots and whatnot. Although, thinking about it, if you compare the garden to the original video that I did, it would have changed loads. I keep thinking about how much it's changed in the past, say, 5 months, but from the original video. Obviously, new fence is the first thing that we had done. I've dug up the path because of all the ants. This is my wood store, which is actually being depleted quite a lot. These are going to have to go to a tip. But this is my wood store. In the summer we're going to start to go to those woods and just bring logs that the council have chopped down back home. So yeah, oops, standing on things. Massive tree has gone, makes the garden much lighter. I put a little cherry tree over there. Got huge plans for this, but I need to go in. It's freezing. It's too cold to tell you my plans outside. My plan is, my unresearched plan is to have the back area. I did originally want decking, but I don't now. I just want it patioed. I'm having decking further up this side, but I prefer patio, to be honest, after looking at the next door neighbour's got patio and that side's got decking, and out of the two of them I prefer that one because it's more flush with everything. So that entire back area is patioed quite far out, and then we're going to have I've forgotten the name, oh my god, I forgot, a pergola. Yes, we're going to have a pergola up there. The reason we're having the back end of the garden patioed is because that's where the sun goes. We don't get sun at this side because the sun is this side of the house. So in the summer we get the sun there, and then the late sun sets there. So that's going to be like our patioed area. And that's as far as I've got. That's really all I know. I am not sure what to do about the sides. That's going to be another thing. I think maybe raised beds. What I don't want is loads of grass. I'm not bothered about loads of grass. I did originally love it when I first moved in, but now it's just like, it's just grass. I mean, my grass is awful, it's moss, but a bit, but not an entire garden's worth of grass. I do want something at the sides, so I'm going to have to start looking a little bit into what I can put up. Maybe some raised flower beds for herbs and bits and bobs, or I don't know, patios I can put pots. It's not something that I've really looked into enough because I've got so much going on with the house anyway. I mean, my brain is just frazzled. I have to write everything down because it's just, I've got the bathroom going on, I've got the closet, I've got a puppy coming, I've got work, I've got my YouTube videos, and then it's like, what do I cook tonight? And there's just so many things going on in my head that if I were to take another thing on, like planning the garden ahead of when I needed to plan it, I might just burn out. I do love it when you guys send me ideas though, whether it's just like gardening tips or gardening plans, what you've done. I love getting feedback from other people. I love getting ideas from other people because it gives me inspiration. It's like, oh, well, this person tried this and it did work or it didn't work. So whenever you have a house tip or a garden tip or something just moved, you know, you've tried a certain design and it did or it didn't work, let me know, because then I'm not left wondering if I did it like this, would it work? Because someone will be like, oh, actually we did it like that and it didn't work, if that makes sense. I'm talking garbage now. And I also have to get going because I think, what was it, 3:30? 2:30. I've got to go and pick up a PO box, and then I'm going to go to Pets at Home and buy things for the puppy. Literally, I've not bought anything. This is a travel crate, and this is just an old towel that I'm going to be using for either her bath or I'll be sticking in the crate. This is loaned from somebody who gave me it. I've sterilised it and everything and give it a good old wash out, because obviously it's had other animals in here, but I had it in the bath, give it a full wash out, put sterilising fluid on it, so you know she's not going to catch anything because she's not been immunised yet. But I've not actually bought anything. No beds, no bowls, nothing. So I'm going to pop in at Pets at Home, change my address on my card, because I think it's still registered to my old address, because I never used it. We had a hamster and it died, and then I didn't get another pet, and they kept sending me stuff out like, oh, do you want this for your pet? And I'm like, my hamster's dead. So I was ignoring it, but now we have, or will have, a puppy. I will be doing a video, whether it's before she comes or after she comes, I don't know. I might just make the one when she gets here, introducing you to her and giving you her a name when we decide what name we want. I'm so pleased I'm not having kids, because I've spent days agonising over a name for a puppy. How it would be with a child, I just couldn't imagine. So yeah, I'll be doing that video. Any tips on closets, bathrooms or puppies, feel free to put them below. Actually save the puppy tips, because I will want the puppy tips when I've got the puppy, and it can be like, right, I'll read through them all and get some advice. I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna gas on for ages and my camera's gonna run out soon. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my house update. There will be a lot more work getting done this year, and major work. Last year, 2017, was, you know, skeleton stuff. New bifolds, new windows and doors, new electrics. It's nothing exciting apart from the bifolds, which I can't really enjoy yet because it's freezing outside. It wasn't exciting work. It wasn't like we're really changing, you know, the look of the house. It was just like, yeah, get some new windows in, yeah, get some new doors in. Oh yeah, rip out all the walls and put some new cables in. I want a room done. I want to walk into a room and be like, oh, This room's beautiful, and I think I'm gonna get that with my bathroom. Did you hear that noise? My kitchen's a very odd, noisy place. That freezer is very noisy. That fridge is very noisy. And that is very noisy. And my battery light is flashing, so I'm going to say goodbye now.